I'm Emily Malabey, and I'm going to interview Matthew Malabey. And Mr. Malabey, what company or companies do you work with?
I work for Dynaflex, and we're a medical device company in St. Louis.
And what is your role there?
I'm the Director of Operations and Regulatory Affairs.
And what kind of company is it?
It's a medical device company.
And what are some of the challenges facing your company and your role in it?
Some of the challenges are qualified labor pool, uh, the many changes in regulations regarding the healthcare industry, and sometimes it's the material costs in making our medical device.
And what do you think is the best way to handle these challenges?
Strategically, always plan everything. So we always have planning meetings. We talk about our needs, what we might need in the future. We don't think short term, we always think long term.
And what do you think are some of the essential characteristics of a successful business in a free market?
Innovations, always definitely planning ahead, staying one step ahead of our competitors and our peers in our industry. Is the next and greatest things or next and greatest improvement to our devices.
And what are some things about you that make you successful in your business?
Patience, also support with my family, um, and believe in our faith. And also we are very religious and believe in prayer and God.
And do you lean on your faith as you're dealing with the challenges and the day-to-day operations at your business?
Yes, I do, because there's only so much that you have faith in technology. There are certain things that you need faith in each other and need faith in God. Because sometimes technology is not the solutions to all of our problems.
And so the company that you're working with the medical device companies, is a small business, and you're in the regulations. You're an executive with regulatory affairs. You're in charge of all that. You've also started a small business of sorts with the nonprofit for autism, and you also stepped out and struck out on your own with your consulting business that you started all by yourself. And are those challenges similar to the challenges at the medical device company? Are they not as challenging or about the same?
When you do, there's things that like people have to be aware of when they're have their own business. It's about having a clientele base. It's the same thing if you work for another small business. Is you have to maintain your clientels. You have to keep them coming back for repeat orders. And like anything else in small business, either you do it by yourself, you're with another organization, or even if you with a larger organization is how you perform with those particular task orders. So if you don't do well, you might not get repeat customers, or the customer saying don't use that company, don't use that individual, because you haven't taken care of them, and they'll find other entities to work with. Um, so that's always a challenge for any organization. And another challenge is budget. When you run your own company, you're limited regarding the cash flow. Sometimes really small companies cannot handle those kind of things. It's still challenging for small business, and it's still challenging for all the other businesses. Is you have to have a good business plan and good business model, and like anything else, you have to diversify. So you can't have one type of things in your portfolio. You have to have multiple things in your portfolio, and that's where I see some small businesses being challenged regarding how big is their portfolio, because it can't be too big because they still have to manage it.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Malabey, and for the interview. I know you're very busy.
Thank you.